Everyone, I'm back and I'm gonna finish what I started the last video about capoeira. Well, capoeira left me or give me a very uncomfortable way, and that uncomfortable thing I create Treciral, a holistic approach of successful living, let's say. And Treciral stand for trance, hematologia, circle and spiral movement. And I'm gonna talk of each subject in the next video. And also I'm gonna add another thing really important. It's not part of the name Treciral, but it's really important for who's practice Treciral, doing practice also the stretching therapy of Dr. Kit Lockley in Australia. And well, it's prevent injuries too, no flexibility, and it's very important in the process of practice Treciral. So that's all those elements put together, combine, and become Treciral. But doing Treciral, it's similar to a capoeira game. If you Google, or if you don't know what it is capoeira, you can Google and see the movements. Capoeira, it's the same structure of capoeira game I use for the structure of the Treciral movements. And also to practice Treciral, to start to practice Treciral for the ones that never practice that for the first time, would be first stage, you'll be learn capoeira movements. You practice, basically you're gonna practice some capoeira games and know how to do the movement to understand the whole structure. It'll be really important to go to the next step or to actually add the Treciral idea. And Treciral, I start as a way to as a technique. I used to call it technique, right? But no, it's more than that. It's a way through your body to explore different perspectives, different angles, and at the same time you match your movement, you flow, a lot of flow in the movements, and with your opponent you basically dance together, and you help each other to build that perspective, and you teach yourself. That way you face more some of your fears or your let's say traumas, let's say, no? And because the way being practiced with the movements, it make possible for you to see yourself, look at yourself in front of a mirror. That's the idea of Treciral. So the whole idea of doing that was because of me in the beginning. As I say, I was uncomfortable. Need something else in capoeira, right? And I didn't find there, and I couldn't change capoeira the way, and call that capoeira. So I end up make my own thing. And I'll say another point really important in that process too, and it's of course it's after the class, the whole practice, the body movement, is the relaxation with body awareness, and that goes with some mindfulness or meditation, let's say. And yeah, a lot of people does meditation, like, I'm working or I'm watching TV and so. They say that's the way because they be at the moment there, they focus on one point, right? But in that perspective, like mindfulness or meditation, you need the breathing exercise. It's different than watch TV. You're not really actually, when you watch TV, in a kind of the same kind of focus as you sit and focus in your body, in yourself, and pay attention to your breathing slowly, and you get a different pace than actually doing let's say watching TV, or even practice sport. Is different. It's go a bit more deeper no, to do actually mindfulness or the meditation than actually um, doing all those other practice, no. So and that, when you do that, then you have a whole perspective of Treciral. Then the results are more effective. If you do partial, doesn't work. One of the things I watch people doing Asian martial art, the whole point is not to fight. Actually, it become more a secondary thing. Actually, the fight itself. What the main point uh, is more about, no, is this type of explore yourself, different perspective yourself, and meditation, all this. A lot of the ancient martial arts go with that, and Treciral is not different than that, sure, in that sense. And not exactly a martial art, but they have the same kind of idea. But in the Western, people tend to change things around, and they kind of take out all the spiritual, let's say, elements, and they use just the physical aspect. This I can say it's like to fly with one wing. No, the bird when fly is balanced, in the air because they have two wings. One wing. I don't know if you can fly too high. Anyway, we'll talk more in the next video. Thank you. I'll see you soon.